peanut butter lids, we're using them for wheels.
Do it.
Okay.
We'll try.
Casey, explain it again.
Daisy, you want to go up his room?
Okay, so it's 10 inches, and there's a 1.5 inches of free space.
You don't need to
inside
yell.
the wall.
It's okay.
And I'm not yelling at. This is my normal tone. First of all. Second of all, okay. So and then the thingy is 2 3/4 inches from this other.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh wait, no, but there's 3/4 here, so it's really 2.
I mean, are you talking about the...
So there's 2, and then you have to subtract 1.5 because there's space there. So then it becomes 0.5. So it should be 0.5 inches in from the right front side of the car.
Perfect.
Finally, with our car, talking about the scoring mechanisms and how physics are involved, are that when the car would keep going up the hill, there's the wall that stopped the car, but the erasers and the rings didn't have that force acting upon them. So when the car hit the wall, they would just shoot off, and the erasers just went in a little cup, and the rings sat on the hook, and that is how we scored points, and that is how physics is involved. With the 3 erasers being attached, just attached one behind each other, behind another, just in a row. With that, you could just put them in, and it ensured that we had 3 points, because it was always the first one getting in, but the other 2 didn't. So then we just stuck them together, and then we got 3 points there. With the rings, when we started off, we realized that if we had them both close to the front, they would both go on, but the second ring would bounce off and then go on the ground, which is not as much points. So So what we did is we pushed it back more towards the stand that holds it up, so that it would have more distance to go up on, or more distance to go, which meant by the time it hit the other ring, there wasn't enough force to push it back off. So, the planning stages of our little car. Started off with the planning stage at Mariel, Casey did over Skype. Then, afterwards, our next plan.
That was about an hour.
Yeah, that was about an hour.
Okay.
Our next one was the
Building.
actual building of the cart frame,
Mm-hmm.
which is the body, the wheels, which took about
4
4 hours.
The thing is, when we were building, we had some issues with the wheels because James just kind of drilled and then it kind of skewed and they weren't even, so then we had to redo it, but you know.
But they're on and they stayed
It
for
worked.
the most part.
Most of the time. Yes, most of the time.
And then the third meeting.
Third meeting was putting on the scoring mechanisms, which includes the ring holder
Mm-hmm.
and then the eraser dropper thingy.
Which that was about 2 hours.
Yeah, that took about 2 hours. Very fun.
Because the things kept falling off and like.
And then
it
we
was
had to
very
hold it
difficult.
there, and then we put the dryer on.
And then they kept yelling at me because I was doing it wrong,
And then
even
it
though it's
kept
perfectly
moving.
fine. Anyways,
Okay.
so and then the next meeting was the journaling/editing phase, like the first part of this,
Yep.
which we did at Marielle's, and that was about how long was that? I forget. An hour?
Probably
An hour and a half?
Hour and a half, I'd
Something
say.
like that. Yeah. Okay. And then go ahead.
And the last meeting will be me editing this video.
And then there's a meeting right now because we're doing this, so that would be about an hour and a half.
Yippee.
Altogether, 6 meetings and 11 hours. So originally, in my design that I turned in for my own paper, I had the car with a piston, but instead we decided to use the
Rubber band.
rubber
drive.
band drive method.
Tried and true.
Did you have that one?
What, rubber band?
Yes.
I had rubber band, and I had a singular scoring mechanism.
So James and I both had the rubber band drive in our original drawings, and I was the one that had the film canister for the erasers, and they both had the ring thing.
Scoring thing.
So we took different aspects of all of our designs and we put them together, and this is what we came up with. We had some problems with the wheels falling off throughout the designing process.
Well, only one wheel fell off.
With the one wheel, and so but we fixed that through glue.
And in competition after our first run, where we got 9 points,
Yes.
the wheel fell off.
Yes.
While
Yes,
trying to
that's kinda my
practice.
fault.
Why did we even practice? And
Yes.
the rubber band broke at that time.
So we had
Rubber
some
bands
issues during
broke.
competition with the wheel for that one run, and then also with the rubber bands. We learned that we had to stretch them out beforehand. That way they weren't like too what is it?
Stretchy.
Too tense. Yeah. So it didn't shoot the car up the hill.
Because it needed, sometimes it had too much elastic potential energy, which caused the kinetic to like push it forward so fast that we would lose some points because it would hit the rings on and then they'd fall back off.
So that happened, and then also we had what was the issue with the rubber bands being too loose, and it wouldn't get all the way up the hill. So we really had to be careful and make sure that they were just right.
Yeah.
Which-
Originally, we did have one problem with this was too short because like we stabbed it and it kept going down.
Yeah.
It was like in the middle of the dowel, and it would hit the dowel, and then we wouldn't get anything. So we needed to get it over.
So after we qualified, James adjusted that and he glued it at the right height.